Good evening. Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, Ashley Live. This is episode 158. My guest for this evening, singer, songwriter, guitarist, Amanda Belair. Now, Amanda was on my show a couple weeks ago. She released her debut single, What I Like, in February, and she just released her debut EP, My Show, a couple days ago. So she's going to come back on the show. We're going to talk all about it, whether she's posting soulful covers on TikTok or spreading peace, love, and harmony. Amanda is so passionate about music, and we are going to talk about this EP that just dropped a couple days ago. So we're going to hang tight, wait for her to get in the house, and it's also the Grammys tonight, so we'll be talking about the Grammys as well. I'm really excited to see who takes home the big awards at the Grammys. They call it the Big Four. Hey, Justin. Hey, Andrew. Are you guys going to watch the Grammys tonight? Oh, yes, Andrew. Amanda is so amazing. You have to stream her EP, My Show. It's funk. It's soulful. It's like Isley Brothers, EWF, Michael Jackson. If you love like funk, soulful vibes, Andrew, you're going to love it. You got to check Amanda out. She's so amazing. And she's going to talk all about this project in just a few moments when, she comes in the room. What's special on the Grammys? Everything. John Baptiste he has 11 nominations. So we'll see what John takes home. Doja Cat, Justin Bieber, who else? Doja Cat, Justin Bieber, and her. They have 8 nominations. And then Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish have 7 nominations. So, and then there's going to be some really cool performances. Silk Sonic is going to open up the show. Silk Sonic is also nominated for Best R&B Song. And I love Silk Sonic. I mean, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. I mean, what an incredible duo. And they're doing a Vegas residency as well, which, if you guys are in Vegas or you find yourself looking for something fun to do, I definitely recommend seeing Silk Sonic in Las Vegas because they are phenomenal. Amanda is in the house, and let's get this party started. Modre is in the house. Modre works very closely with Amanda and actually put me onto Amanda. So thank you, Modre. Amanda, can you request to join my live again? Modre's in here. Lucy's in here. Hi, guys. Amanda's team is in the house. So, Amanda, it's not allowing me to accept your request. Can you hop out of the live and come back in? It says you're unable to join. I'm not sure why, but guys, hang tight. Sometimes IG likes to have some weird technical issues, but we just roll with it. All right, yeah, Amanda, hop out of the live and then come back in, and then we should be ready to rock. Hi, guys. Andrew, am I into 90s music? I love 90s music, Andrew. I love 90s music. 90s R&B, the Spice Girls, Backstreet Boy, NSYNC. I love 90s music. So who in this chat loves 90s music, and what 90s music are you into? And yes, Modre. Oh, thank you, Modre. Yes, Amanda is absolutely phenomenal. Hi. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm so well. I just want to give you a heads up and let you know that both Lucy and Modre are in the house.
Nice. Hi.
Yes. Hi, guys. And thank you for putting me on to Amanda, because when Modre was on my show last time, he was like, oh, yeah, Amanda, I work with her. And then when I checked you out, and I was like, oh, my gosh, where have you been my whole life, Amanda? Where have you been?
Thank you. Right here.
familiar with Amanda, she released her debut single in February, What I Like, and the debut EP came out just a few days ago. Like, it's not even a week.
Yeah.
So talk to me. How have these past couple days been like for you?
They've been amazing, and I'm so glad that so many people love the records and that they're going and listening to the EP. It means a lot to me, because I didn't even think that, I just didn't know that, like, I had this much love from my fans and family and friends and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, the EP is absolutely amazing. I just want to shout out your team, both Modre and Lucy, who are in the house. They are the musical geniuses behind this music. So let's talk about your creative process and working with them.
So like from the beginning, or like just what we do normally?
What you guys have done with this EP.
So the EP is like a compilation of all the music that we've created so far and released together. Mm-hmm. We actually released Freedom a while back, and The Way You Make Me Feel, but we decided to kind of put them all together onto one EP, because I feel like they kind of flow into each other very well. And it kind of tells a little bit of a story of the beginning of my music career so far. So
yes. Oh, it's such an incredible project. So let's start with track 1, What I Like, that came out in February. Talk to us about What I Like.
It's that, between that one and My Show, those are just my two favorites off of the whole EP. Yeah. And What I Like is so empowering for me. Like, when I wrote it, I was in a place where I really needed, I needed more of like an assertiveness of myself and more confidence in myself. And I felt like writing that song, and then it just made me feel more empowered as a woman, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was shedding your previous relationship and just being like, here is where I am now, and women's empowerment all the way.
Yes, to be like, cool. What I like, what I want. Yeah,
definitely. So talk to us about writing the song with Dre.
I think that Dre really brought out a lot of the me inside of me that I think I lost when I was in the relationship that I was in. I feel like when I got out of it and I had met Dre and we started creating music, he kind of helped me bring me out of my shell and back into who I feel like I am in my core. Mm-hmm. And I am so grateful, because it's hard to like write and create music and art when you're not being true to yourself.
Yeah. So how did he bring it out of you, like that authentic self?
We were writing, and I was like, I want to write it like what I like, what I want. He was like, well, what do you want? What do you like? What do you feel like you want in life? If you could like have anything you wanted to like go get it, like what is this song going to be to make you feel more empowered? Like either from a relationship or like your whole life. Like what do you feel like you want? Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
Amazing. So the music video came out shortly after that. We actually talked before your music video was released. And it's so cool because we talked about it before, then you released it. I was like, oh my gosh, you're in your garage with all this fun, like sparkly stuff. Yeah. So what kind of reception have you gotten from people about the music video?
I'm so glad that people love it as much as I do. I was so excited to release it because it really is what I think Dre and I like to call it, like my world that I've built for myself. And I feel like it really embodied that. And it was so much fun to make. And I'm very proud of the project. And I'm glad that everyone else loves it too.
Yeah, because your friends and family were there. It was all done in your garage from like from Hobby Lobby and Party City. But it came out so amazing. Like, it was very fun and soulful and like disco vibes. I was like, and if you hadn't told me before that it was filmed in your garage, I definitely wouldn't have known.
Yeah, my camera guy / like good friend, his name is Relum. You can look him up, but he is his own artist as well. And then he also does like film, and he's incredible. His like eye and vision for all of it is insane.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool when you write a song, right? You record the song. People talk to you about what they love about the song. And then you actually put a visual behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes when we listen to music, we all have this like vision. Like we have this like vision that we think of when we listen to a specific song. But to put the vision to life is so cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Whenever I hear my song for the first time, like put together fully, I always like see the music video going with it. So it's really cool to like bring that to life too. That's my favorite part of the creative process after like writing and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like I love music videos. I think going back to one of your favorite artists, Michael Jackson. Think of Michael Jackson and his music videos.
Yeah.
Like I think of some of Michael Jackson's videos. I just actually got chills because I was thinking of like Smooth Criminal and like Thriller, like an absolute production. But it's like you could even watch it and just put the volume down on your TV because it was so electrifying when you saw it.
Even his performances, like all of his stuff is so intricate and beautiful. That's one of my favorite, like especially with music videos too. Definitely a huge inspiration for me.
Definitely. So that brings me to track 2, which is The Way You Make Me Feel by the one and only Michael Jackson. So what about this song made you want to cover it for the EP?
I wanted to do like a song. I wanted to do a song that I felt vibed really well with my like style. And I think I just started singing that one when we were trying to come up with something, and it flowed really well and it sat really well in my voice. And I was like, this would be really cool if we like, or Dre said it'd be really cool if we took it and made it our own though. And I was totally on board. It's so amazing. He did such a good job with the production.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's really, it takes a different level of art to like take something and then create something completely brand new out of it, but still give it the same like the same life that it had before. Like it still sounds like the song, but it's it's like a new vision. I love it.
Yeah, Dre just took it to a whole other level.
That's what I'm saying.
You killed it. Like, because when I heard it, I was like, oh, she just redid this Michael Jackson song. And I was like, wow, you guys absolutely destroyed the song, brought it to a whole nother level, gave it like 2022 vibes. Soulful, funky, like absolutely amazing song.
Thank you.
Now, track 3, Freedom.
Yeah, I love that one.
So
many, like, I feel like, especially now, that song is so important. Like, hearing it, it makes me feel, it gives me like a lot of hope. I feel like I needed hope when I started writing that song, and then I brought it to Dre, and he was like, yeah, this is like, we need to write this. And he added his verse onto it. And it's just, it makes me feel like it's very like a come together song, I feel like.
So when did you start writing the lyrics for Freedom?
I started writing them at the beginning of, I believe it was 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2020. And I just really, I'm very empathetic and I feel everyone else's emotions. And I feel like the world was kind of, I felt like it was kind of crumbling down with everything going on. And I just needed to like feel like there was hope and like we could come together as a people. So I started writing it, and then I brought it to Dre, of course, and he was like, yeah, we got to do this.
Yeah. Dre sprinkled his magic on it.
He did,
and then
always.
Brought it to a whole amazing level, and it's such an incredible song. What do you want people that listen to that song, what do you want them to take away from it?
Just that we really, I mean, it's one of the lines in the song, but we really need each other, like all of us together. You can't have love and peace with division, I think.
Yeah. And I think when you were creating the song and working with Drake, right? Like the whole world was divided with politics and racism and pandemic. And yeah, it was such a crazy time, right? Like when you think of like 2020 and like, it was just like an out of body experience for everybody. Like I look back on it and I feel like it was 15 years ago. And I was like,
same.
That was nuts, right?
And in 2020 too, like I feel like we shouldn't be that divided, especially now with the history that we've had, like moving forward. No, like I don't want history to repeat itself. Like we should be learning and creating a better world, I think. But
yeah, we need to like wipe the slate clean and just be like, listen, you know, yes, we have differences, but like let's come together and like be nice to each other and lead with kindness, and just life is hard enough. So like peace, love, unity, and happiness, because life will kick you on your butt sometimes, and it's just like we all need each other. We have no idea what other people are going through.
exactly. And I'm always about the peace, love, and positivity in my music and coming together as a people. So,
So bringing it back to peace, love, and positivity, what made you want to be a rooted artist in that realm?
I feel like music is very powerful, and I feel like you can, I mean, look at artists like Michael Jackson and Prince and Marvin Gaye and all these different, and Bob Marley, all these different artists that I love that literally like created like a revolution with their music and wanted to spread love and peace and positivity and even like awareness. Like you have this huge platform and people feel so deeply with music. So you have an opportunity to share that peace and love, and also send, can't talk, send message to like the entire world. Like music reaches all levels and corners of the earth.
Yeah, and when you talk about somebody like a Marvin Gaye or a Stevie Wonder, right, and you think of that music and how amazing it was, right,
Yeah.
for them to step out and speak their authentic truth and talk about these issues.
Yeah.
And it's so important to continue to talk about them, because I think sometimes when people go through difficult times, they feel like they have no one. They always turn to music, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened during the pandemic. Like, so many people picked up new hobbies and crafts and made music and had time to like reflect. And it was very difficult and very sad times, but I feel like it was a revolution for art. And now we're going into this new world of like everyone craving creativity and art and music and realizing how powerful it actually is.
Amen. Because honestly, we literally, when I think of 2020, and I think of just the insanity of like, you can't see people and like, you can't go anywhere, and like, oh my gosh, you're wiping down your mail. And like, do you remember like getting groceries and then just like, I used to get groceries and I would wash them down with like soap and sponge.
Like disinfecting them before it's scary, and it makes you feel alone because you're like isolated.
Yeah.
But then you saw like all of these different people who found new ways to share music and did like live videos like this and interviews and came together and did like online concerts and stuff. Because
it was so amazing. Yes, the pandemic sucked for everybody and a lot of us are still going through it, but I think it literally knocked everybody on their butt and they're like, okay, what do I do now? So like, as far as artists and people doing visual content, and I actually launched my show during the pandemic of August 2020, and here we are 150 episodes plus later, which is insane to me. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I think it's so important to lean into creativity because you got to have an outlet to like release it all.
You do. And I feel like we're going through like a renaissance almost now. Like if you think of, like the last renaissance that we had, when we had a time of like famine and you had to sit like in solitude and reflect on like yourself and life, and there's a lot of awareness now. So I'm very excited to see what happens with music.
Yes, and peace, love, and happiness. And we have to continue to be kind to each other because there is still a lot of craziness going on, and we just have to keep moving forward in the right direction. And I think as an artist, it's so important to have a positive voice and just like be that glimmer of hope that we all need, because we all go to music when things are crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like with everything going on in the world too right now, especially like overseas, in America, I feel like a lot of the media can get muddled into like you only seeing a certain point of view. So as artists, I feel like we have an opportunity to also share that side of everything and again bring like awareness to all of that. So
yeah, so important. So the fourth and final song, My Show. Let's talk about this one.
I love this song so much. It's even more empowering, I think, than What I Like was for me. Yeah. And it's very like, I just lost my train of thought, but here we are.
Hi.
I love my show, and I love the like build that it has towards the end. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite, like musically, and creating it was so much fun too.
Yeah.
We had so many like creative ways to make all of the different sounds and like vocal parts. It was honestly like a huge, and it was the first song that Dre and I ever created together. It like started as this small little project to just see if we would like vibe well in the studio.
Yeah.
Built into this huge record, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's an incredible song. So you guys started working on it in the studio, or how did that all come about?
So I met him at Eddie's Attic at like an open mic, and I met him twice in a row, but it was like two separate random dates. And we were both, he was like, there's no way like I met you twice and it wasn't like for something. Yeah. So it was right when the pandemic started. And he did like a Zoom call with me, and I had never like, I'd worked in the studio a couple times, but not anything like on the level that I was about to enter. We just kind of like vibed and wrote this like small little like hook and like intro and everything. And I was like, this is a lot of fun. And then it kind of got put on the back burner, but we still did like Zoom calls and stuff. And then eventually we were able to like meet in person after a while. And that song has changed so much since the beginning, but like built into such an incredible song. It's amazing.
And I think that's the cool thing about songwriting, right? Is like you have this little baby, right? Like you have this little like thing, and then it evolves, and then maybe you look at it 2 weeks later, and then Dre says something, and then like you say something, and you're like collabing with it, and it's got to be so amazing to see the evolution of all of that, and then it's a final product. You're like, this is it. This is it.
I know. It's hard as an artist too, because I mean, you hear it at the very beginning, you're like, wow, it's changed so much, but you have to like, be careful, because I feel like sometimes you can change it forever. Like it could continue to morph into something else like infinitely. So at some point you have to be like, okay, this is the record and it's amazing, and we're gonna stop and it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Dre says, shout out to Cody on guitar and the New Zealand horns led by Paul Norman. Yes, shout them out. So many creative minds came together on this project. I think it's so important to like shout all these incredible people out, because they all play such an important part in this project.
Yes, and Lucy Graves and Ari were also on the backgrounds. The backgrounds were so much fun to make too. And we actually, it was like, we tried to make like a choir effect, like you hear the choir in the background. And we would take like multiple sections. We did have multiple versions of the song. It was crazy. It was like we would sit there and I'd be like, we should do this, and we would do that, and then we'd be like, oh no, this sounds really cool. And then eventually we found one that just like clicked, and it was like, that's it. But I feel like as an artist, you know when it's like that one where you're like, this is it. It's so cool. I can't wait.
Oh, I love it. And I think it's cool. Like, I wonder if you saved all those different versions of it, because it would kind of be cool to like look back and be like, oh, there's 7 different versions of this song.
I think, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think we did. I think some of them are very like bare, like stripped down to nothing at the very beginning. But I always love like hearing the like bottom line versus what you have now. It really like reminds you all of the work that's put into the song. Yeah, how intricate it can be. And very amazing, and adds so many unique like layers on top of it's just great. It's amazing.
Yeah. Dre is pure magic. I actually found Dre on Instagram like several months ago, and I reached out to him to come on my show. I was like, you do everything. Like, you play all these instruments. Like, you are funky. And then I had him on again, and he ended up talking about you. And so that's how you and I met, because I'm like, first off, Dre works with the most amazing artists. So kudos to you, Dre, because amazing. Such an incredible musician. You guys, if you're in here right now, follow Modre. It's hey, it's Modre. Got a couple takes in the can, he said.
Also, the guitar on that record, Cody Matlock who was playing guitar. He's shredded, and he's incredible too. I just did a show with him at Eddie's Attic actually in Atlanta, and the mans can play. I would go.
Love it. So pretty much when you're, in Atlanta, that's one of your main venues that you play at?
Yeah, well, not my main. I played there quite a few times now. I don't have like a main place that I always play. I kind of like to hop around everywhere.
Yeah.
but it's definitely like a new home for me. It's very nice there, and the people
Awesome.
are awesome.
Cool. So do you have any venues in Atlanta that you absolutely love playing at?
I played a show at Venkman's actually one time. I don't know if you've heard of Venkman's. It's beautiful. It looks like a cabaret, like mini stage almost.
Mhm.
And it's got this beautiful red curtain behind it with lights coming down.
Yeah.
And there's little tables all around in the dining room, and it's like a little mini like intimate show. And I love like the really intimate spaces in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think intimate spaces are really cool, not just for the artists, but for also the audience members. Because when you go to like an arena show and you're like, oh my gosh, we're on the other side of the arena, it's kind of, you just don't get that energy. But when you're in a place that maybe holds 50 or 100 people and like you make eye contact with the performer and they look at you and it's like, it's so much more intimate and fun and like cool.
It's such a cool moment, and I feel like you connect more with the audience, and the audience gets to connect with the artists.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. I love them.
The best. So for people who have not heard this album, I'm sorry, the EP, what do you want them to know about this album? Like, how can you wrap it up?
I'd like to say that it's very much me, because I love all kinds of music, and I can genres, but I like to make everything me at the same time. Like all the songs I feel like are different, like very different styles, but I feel like they all are Amanda. Like I like to even take my covers at my shows and turn them into like my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's a good little introduction for myself.
Ah, yes. It's such a beautiful way for people to know who you are and be like, this is, you know, the project that she just came out with. And I think it's like, it's so powerful and inspirational and funky and soulful. And I wish more people would go like that funk soul route in 2022. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I mean, like, I already love, like, some of my favorite artists are, like, I like Yeba and Emily King, and we talked about Silk Sonic.
Yeah.
And Alan Stone, like, all of those artists are, like, a conglomerate of the sound that I want to have.
Yeah, and I'm huge fans of all of those artists. So when I found you, I was like, have to talk to Amanda before she gets too big and, you know, she will ignore my calls.
No! I love being on here.
So speaking of Silk Sonic, tonight is the 2022 Grammy Awards. It's a huge night for music, and I definitely think it's cool for you and I to talk about it because as a musician, you're inspired by these people. So first off, will you be watching?
Yes, I'm hoping to be watching. When does it start again? I forget.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Did you say 8 p.m. already? I think I just zoned out a little bit. Anyway, I love, since I was a little girl, like watching the Grammys and watching like basically any music thing on TV was my favorite growing up.
So talk about artists that are nominated or who are performing tonight that you're inspired by.
Oh my God, there's so many. I tried to like memorize all of them so that
I know, there's so many.
And then it's like when someone asks you something and you're like, oh my God, what's my name? I forgot everything. I know that Lady Gaga is performing, and I love Lady Gaga. She's one of my huge inspirations.
Yeah.
And I also saw that Billie Eilish was performing, and I do love her as well. I love her, also her music videos. I saw something on TikTok a few days ago, and she does all of the stunts and everything for her videos. Like, cool. But I love her, and I think Silk Sonic is playing.
Yeah, they're going to open up the show.
Yes. And there's a few more, but I can't remember everyone that was playing. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Honestly, because they had like, it was like a 3-tiered like performers list. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many people performing. Yeah. Like, and like the Oscars the other night, the Oscars started at 8 and ended at like 11:30. And I was like, I thought it was only going to be a 2-hour show. And then it just went on and on and on. So, you know what? I have no idea how long this show might end at like midnight. You know?
And I'll be grateful.
Exactly. So, as far as like people who really are about to have a big night, we have John Baptiste, which is nominated for 11 awards. Like, this is crazy, right?
It's insane.
he's amazing. Like, he's so amazing, and I just really hope that he wins in most of his categories.
Is he like your favorite or like a big inspiration for you?
Yeah, he has so many good vibes. And there was actually something on TV. It was talking about him and his musical journey and his relationship with his wife. And it was just like, I love watching stuff like that because we love his music, right? But like, who is John behind all this music? Like, what
Yeah,
makes him the artist?
you feel
Yeah,
like a personal connection too.
completely. Yeah. And then definitely Silk Sonic for me as well because
Yeah.
I love, like we were talking about earlier, I wish more funk and soul and like good vibes were brought into music because I think sometimes, and if you look at the Grammys, I'm not going to say any artist names, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of like sad pop music.
Yeah.
And so for me, like growing up for me, I was like listening to like the Spice Girls, the Backstreet Boys, right? So I'm like, I don't want to listen to like sad pop music, even though it's doing very, very, very well.
Yeah.
It's like, I just like I can listen to like one of those songs, but I can't listen to like 3 or 4 songs or like the whole album of that because it just kind of would like bring the vibe down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that there's a very like I want to say retro vibe coming back with music, and that's what classic music is trying to do too.
Definitely.
The label that I'm under right now. So.
Yes. Talk to us. Yeah, talk to us
Right.
about classic music. Yeah.
Classic music is amazing, and there's so many amazing artists on it. And Dre actually has some stuff coming out with Lucy as well soon that is very much the funky retro vibes. So
yes, funky retro. Because when you hear, like for instance, your EP, the songs are like empowering and inspirational, and I'm like, wow, like that hit me like in a good spot. And so like that's what I like music to do because for me I'm very inspired by like funk music and disco music and EWF, and like I really wish that I was alive during the Studio 54 era because like the music and the outfits from that whole era, I'm like, please, I would have just lived in that club if I was alive during that time.
My goal is to bring that back slowly, all of it.
I love that. I love that. Oh, I love it so much. So what's been one of the most memorable moments of your career so far?
Memorable?
Yeah.
There's so many. I feel like being able to work with so many amazing artists. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the studio time and the like family time that I've spent with those artists, because becoming a part of the family with Modre and Lucy and them introducing me to all of their music friends. Yeah. And like not only spending time in the studio together and creating art, but also like going out for pizza and like playing kickball and board games and like having that time to like emotionally connect with people, I feel like has been a huge and important part of my career and my life. And I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, because you can work with someone professionally, right? Like you can have an engineer or producer or whatever, and then like the session's done and it's like you don't see them ever again. But I think the family vibe is really important too because like you're playing kickball. You know what I mean?
And you can tell when like a band is like really close and they spend a lot of time together outside of music, or even artists. Like you can tell when they like drop a song and it's just like a song they worked on together for like 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, but like in the studio only. Yeah. Or, like they're actually friends and they like communicate and talk and they're like a part of each other's lives too. Mm-hmm. I feel like it adds to the music.
I completely agree with that, right? Because like being in the studio with Dre and he's producing it and you're songwriting and he knows you on a different level because he knows you personally. So he's like, okay, Amanda, I know this about you. So like, let's lean into that. And you're like, oh yeah, you do know that about me. Like you already know it.
I like that.
Yeah, very cool. What song do you wish you wrote and why?
What song do I wish I wrote? Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. Dang. I'm trying to think of like my favorite song growing up. Do you know the song Beautiful Day by U2?
Yes, I love U2.
My parents have like videos of me singing that when I was little, like with the TV on. Like I told you before, the TV on, I would like dance around.
Oh, that's so cute.
That song makes me feel like in my soul like so happy, and I I could probably do a cover of it, but I wish that would be one of the songs that I wish I had dropped. Because
Yeah.
it's so, like, powerful for me.
It's such a powerful song, and I love that you said a U2 song because U2 has such a body of music.
Yes.
Incredible music, right? And I definitely think that you need to drop a cover of U2's Beautiful Day.
I think I'll work on that. We'll get back.
Do you know the song Mysterious Ways by U2? I'm bringing it back. That's cool too.
I like that one as well. There's so many songs of theirs that I grew up listening to that are my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember last time we talked, you were like, yeah, I would just like be in my diaper and I would just be like singing in front of my TV with my parents because they would always have like all these cool live performances. And that's got to be so cool to have that kind of education growing up. You know what I mean?
Make it like a part of your life too is even more incredible. I'm so excited and like grateful.
Yeah. Because you could have been watching Sesame Street or like Blue's Clues or something, which I'm sure you did, but like, but to have like all these cool like music videos or festivals or like music choice, right? All these like cool songs, and you're like, you're young, so you don't really know what you're listening to, but then you like look back and you're like, whoa, that was so cool.
So empowered. Yeah, you don't even realize when you're a kid that these moments are like shaping your entire life, and then you grow up and you're like, wow, that was super impactful. Like my parents used to take us to music festivals too. Like I've been going to Music Midtown. We didn't go to Bonnaroo because that's more like adult, but my parents would like put us in the strollers with like the big headphones on.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, so like music has always been a huge part of my life, and I'm super grateful that it's part of my life again.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that they took you at such a young age because sometimes I go to these concerts and music fest, I'm like, oh my God, that kid's in a stroller, like they're being carried into a show. Yeah. But it makes such a huge impact on your childhood. And then you remember that for the rest of your life.
And then you get to have cool stories. Like I got all these artists when I was like 5.
I love it. So for the beautiful people in this room right now that want to support you on this musical journey that you're on, how can they support you, Amanda?
They can go stream the new EP, my show. The link is in my bio.
Yep.
And if you can, share it with your friends and add the songs to your playlist, because if you add the song to your playlist and then you pass it along to a friend, it kind of creates a chain reaction, and then it helps me as an artist.
Yeah, I think it's so important to add songs to playlists because then enough people put them on their playlist, and then you could be on like a pretty big playlist.
Yes, and that is the goal.
Yeah. I think that's so important. Like on Spotify, they have like what's the name of the playlist? They have like a couple like funky playlists
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, first off, whoever's doing the Spotify playlist for that, like you need to put Amanda's songs on it. That's important.
Please.
So that's all the questions that I have for you. But guys, don't go anywhere. Amanda's gonna perform for us.
I'm gonna play songs.
Yay!
All right, this first one's called Energy. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 hey. What a world, what a life, what are these stars that I see? Some more past these skies for me to dream. 'Cause my body feels like it could burst out the seams. Am I the only one shining this bright, or can you see me? Yeah. 'Cause my life is a balloon. Am I blinding you? If only you could see what one day I will be. Yeah, with my energy. With my energy. Oh, with my energy. love, what beauty, what peace I find. If we are, keep an open mind and be kind. It looks hard to love, but if you look hard enough, you may find that this glow I bear, we can all share at one time. Ooh. 'Cause my life fills up the room. Yeah, my blinded you. If only you could see what one day I will be with my energy, with my energy, oh, with my energy, oh no. With my heart, with my soul, with my aura that shines like gold. Oh, with your help, they can see what one day we will be. Yeah. Oh, with my heart, with my soul, with my aura that shines like gold. Oh, with your help, they can see what one day we will be. With my energy.
Yes! That was beautiful. Now that's an unreleased one, yeah?
Yeah, both of these are. I've not heard either. I thought I would show you guys something that you haven't heard yet.
Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. And then this one's called We Are One, and I feel like this one really fits in with what I was saying earlier about like the peace, love, and positivity. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's called We Are One. I just want to feel like you. I just want to find my moves, be creative, and let my mind run loose. My infatuation with my future is fabricated, this fascination for freedom. And nobody can dim the light inside me. Nobody can take my words, just try me. Watch me blossom and break your rules that confine me. Inspire this world to be peaceful just like me. I thought my future would shine on TV. I see that I was wrong, but believe me, I don't need a screen with millions to prove I will succeed. Just gotta find the right people who truly want to be free. Art's an expression, I want to show you how to smile. Really hear your heart, so we can change the world. While I'm at it, paint you a picture, cause the best is yet to come. Won't stop spreading love until the world sees we are one. Yeah, oh. I come to understand this game then. Why we sacrifice and shaming instead of looking with our eyes. Cause all drifting on the surface is so much deeper than a person. In my heart I feel alive. And every morning when I wake up from time to break and take a look at who I am and who I wanna be. You try to change the way that I think, but I think that you think way too much about me and what I think. Yeah, but I think that we are all one. Yeah, and I think that we are all one. Oh no, 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 yeah, yeah. This world has its own agenda. It'll They try to turn your friends against you. Yeah, this media really eats our lives. But if you take a deep breath and you try to see it from another end, well, together we can change the times. And every day you can find grace and make space to create a place of love and peace of mind. We're all on a different wavelength, but our paths cross and we find strength so we can better our lives. Yeah, but I think that we are all one. Oh, no. And I think that we are all one. We're one in the same. They go by a different name, but we're one in the same. Though our colors and faces may change, but once we realize that the sun will still rise if we change our frame of mind. Yeah, but I think that we are one. Yeah. And I think that we are one more time. And I think you should think that we are all one. Yeah. And I know you should know that we are all one.
All one! Yes! Guys, give it up for Amanda. And thank you, Gomez, for your comment.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You have some time for some questions for the audience?
Do I have any questions for the audience?
No, do you have time to take some questions?
Oh, I do. Yes, sorry. I didn't hear you.
No, it's all good. So guys, if you're in here right now and you have questions for Amanda, feel free to put them in the comment section below.
What you got?
Do you have any bucket list venues that you would like to perform at?
Red Rocks in Colorado.
Definitely.
I would absolutely love that. I'm sure the sound and the atmosphere is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Have you been?
I have not, but
you gotta go.
I cross that off my bucket list.
Definitely. I went to a show there a couple years ago, and I was just like in complete awe. Like I was watching the show, but then I turned around and like, oh my gosh, the rocks are red. Like
setting, yeah.
It's wild.
It's incredible. I can't wait.
Talk to us about your success on TikTok. Like you're crushing it on TikTok.
Thank you.
How has TikTok changed your life?
I think that I have reached a lot of different people on that platform that are now following me on like Instagram and actually listening to my music.
Yeah.
And they'll message me. Like at the beginning, I'm sure we talked about this before. I would get frustrated because I'd post my music and then a video and the hair video would go viral, which I'm grateful for. Yeah. But music video, nothing would happen. And I was like, I just got to keep doing it. And honestly, I'm very happy now because people will literally go back to like the bottom of my page, find a music video and be like, you sound so amazing. I'd love to hear more of your music. And it's like just those small comments that I get make me feel like all of the other, like it makes me feel worth it for posting them, even though it doesn't get as much as the like hair videos do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's crazy how like, yeah, you just doing your hair, people are like, oh my gosh, 2 million hits, right? And then like you post the cover and it only gets a couple hundred. But I mean, I think engagement is engagement. And yeah, you're right. Like when you see somebody's video pop up, you're like, who is this person? And then you say, oh my gosh, she does music too. And like, it's really cool when someone comments on your video because people can like it, people can scroll, but like, I think a genuine comment is so awesome.
Yes. And honestly, those people, like, even though there's not like millions of them, which I'm fine with, they actually like continually comment, like the same people, and they'll go follow me on Instagram and go listen to my song. And it's like, that's more meaningful to me than even having like millions of people look at it. Like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I actually have some new hair videos coming up. So.
New hair videos. I love it. And yeah, I think even if you did have 2 million followers, right? You might have 10 ride or die people that like love and support you. And like, you know, and I think that's so much more important than like 2 million just like whatever followers, right?
Yeah. I'd rather have 10 really good people follow me.
Yeah.
Have millions of people look at me for 2 seconds and then not go, you know what I mean? Like, going viral isn't as, it can help, but it's not what people think that it is, I think.
Right. And I think like, because and maybe I told you this before, but sometimes I see videos that go viral and they're 7 seconds long and it's like literally just someone taking a hat off and putting it back on. I'm like, wait, that's all I had to do? Like,
literally.
That was it?
But the algorithm is like its own thing, and there's so many random things. You cannot predict what's going to go viral, like, at all. It's so random.
Yeah, but I think engagement is really important, right? Because like when somebody interacts with you and they say like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt or this or this or this, it's like, oh, there are people out there that are like actually watching this than just like scrolling through or just like, because, you know, or just like liking something. Because a lot of people can like a video and not like interact with it, but I think it's important, that interaction.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I've also found that going live is more meaningful for me. When I go live and I play music, I'll have like so many people come in and talk to me and stuff, and like interact with people. And I feel like I have the hair stuff up on my page and people like it, but I really think that like going live, and I'm better in person than I am in like a video. It's more when I'm like actually talking as like, you know, doing a video like that.
Yeah, and I think like the authenticity of TikTok, right? Like we've said before, like Instagram's just like, oh, you have to be like aesthetically pleasing, like you have to look a certain way. Where TikTok, like people literally just don't care. Like they'll put their makeup on, they'll like make coffee and say something. Like it's just kind of very casual. So I think the live aspect of TikTok is really cool, because then they're like, oh my gosh, I saw this girl and she was doing her hair, but now I can actually like talk to her.
Yeah, it's more personal. And
exactly. Definitely. So Citizen of Hickory Flat said, how is the new EP going?
It's going amazing, and I have received so much love, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the next like year. Just like having it up. Like, it's only been a few days and there's already so much engagement, and I'm honestly like over the moon happy. Like, I can't even describe it. It's so cool to know that people also love the music that I've been creating.
Yes, and I'm a huge fan myself, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love it, because when I have somebody in my show and I actually like listen and love their music, it just gets me more hyped to even talk with them, because it's like, hey girl, I actually listen to your music.
I appreciate you for that so much. Like, thank you so much. It means a lot.
Of course, of course. So do you have any final words for the people in this room right now?
Drink your water, take care of yourself, take your vitamins.
Yeah.
And please go stream the My Show EP.
New EP, My Show. Guys, go stream it. I'm telling you, it's soulful, it's funky, it's beautiful, it's empowerment. And please support Amanda, because she is such an incredible musician, and you know, lots of good things to come from Amanda. Follow her on TikTok. Add all the songs to playlists. Share with your friends, because guess what, guys? If you know good music, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with everybody that you know, because then they share with people that they know, and everyone's looking for good vibes. You know what I mean?
And then I get to play really cool shows.
Exactly.
Like sold out arenas, and then we all get to have fun. So
exactly. And then you open up for like Silk Sonic and Alex Stone.
Oh my God. Let's put that out into the universe. Thank you.
Okay, we're putting it on your vision board, because it's going to happen.
Yes, I agree.
It's going to happen. Like, it's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Amanda, thank you so much for spending your evening with me. Enjoy the Grammys.
Yes.
And we will see you on that Grammy stage soon.
Oh my God, I hope. Thank you.
Girl, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You, when we speak it into the universe and say it for other people, and like you say it into the mirror every morning when you wake up while you're brushing your teeth, like those things just manifest and they happen.
Thank you for reminding me. I need to start doing that again.
What? Saying things in front of the mirror? Yeah.
Out
Yeah,
loud.
no, I know. It's like we have to do it and you should do it. And like, it's kind of like, maybe you don't want to do it if you live with people, but it's so important to do it because you can't just like hold it in. Like you got to like let people know about it.
Yeah, you have to. It's got
Definitely. So guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow Amanda, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. Where else can they find you?
YouTube. My website's amandabelair.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, all streaming.
Awesome. And what can people expect from you in the coming months?
Some really exciting stuff that I can't quite talk about yet, but there's more art to come.
Beautiful. Yeah, I know. Hush, hush. I mean, I know you can't give me the exclusive, but guys, stay tuned because Amanda has some really cool things coming up. Like I said, guys, make sure to follow Amanda. And guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. Give us both a follow. Stay safe, be kind, listen to good music, and watch the Grammys tonight at 8 p.m.
Thank you, Ashley.
Of course. Have a great night. I'll see you soon.
Bye, you too.
Bye-bye.